UFC Fight Night, Almeida versus Lewis. Most confident picks, two least confident picks. If you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Go down and comment your most confident pick. I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, is Jailton Almeida? Derek Lewis got no takedown defense. If you know anything about Derek Lewis, the man has the most knockout wins in UFC history. You never know with him. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, Jailton Almeida is not going to be my most confident pick. You might be saying, Gabriel Bonfim, he's minus 600. On the betting odds, he's not either. We're going to go down the list from the bottom, make our way to the top of the card, giving you my most confident pick, my middle confident picks, and then my least confident picks of the card. If you want to help out the channel, obviously go down and like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and of course commenting. I love to see what you guys got to say, especially about a stacked Brazilian card like this one. So let's start from the bottom. Cauê Fernandes and Mark Diakiese. Very, very close fight. I have the underdog in Cauê Fernandes winning this fight. And when I have underdogs, I don't really remember. I'm going to try to think back into my memory right now. I really don't remember the last time I've had an underdog where I've legitimately been confident on them to win the fight. It's very, 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 very rare for me to have someone that's in the underdog category on the betting odds that I'm going to say, well, they should be the favorite, and then go even further to say they should be a confident pick. So for now, we're just going to have Cauê Fernandes as a slight lean, very, very ever so slightly. Right now on Tapology, 68% going to Diakiese. I'd have it as a 50-50 with a slight lean towards Cauê Fernandes. Very close fight in the lightweight division. We shall see what happens. We got women's strawweight next. Eduarda Moura taking on Montserrat Ruiz. I feel very good. Feel very, very good on Eduarda Moura. She is definitely going to be a confident pick, an 85%. Very, very confident pick here. And this is going to be, get ready, super confident pick. Eduarda Moura. I think she's a better jiu-jitsu girl, better wrestler. And the striking, Montserrat is really not good at all. So any semblance of decent striking, you're going to win against Montserrat, especially if you have the advantage on the ground over Montserrat Conejo Ruiz. And then, of course, Cauê Fernandes is going to be a slight lean. Then we got Denise Gomez, Angela Hill. We already know. You already probably know. Ace is going into the slight leans. I'm a little bit more confident in Denise Gomez than I am for a guy like Cauê Fernandes. Cauê is very new to the UFC, hasn't taken on the competition as a lot of the other opponents in this lightweight division. I mean, Diakiese has faced the best of the best, Michael Johnson, Joel Alvarez, Rafael Fiziev, very legit guys in this UFC lightweight division. Denise Gomez has already faced legit girls as well at only 23 years of age, fighting Loma Lookboonmee, knocking out Yasmin Jauregui, who is a lot of people's pick to be a future champion, a future contender at the top of the women's strawweight division, and she starched her in 20 seconds in the smallest weight class in the UFC. That's insane. That is very, very much insane. But she's going against a scrappy veteran in Angela Hill. You can never be too confident when you're going against a girl like Angela Hill. So it's going to be a slight lean for me at 56%. Vitor Petrino, Modestas Bukauskas. This one's going to be interesting. I'm going to have it almost confidence picks. This one isn't necessarily, I'm not confident. I wouldn't say I'm confident for Vitor Petrino to win, but it's not like he's a slight lean. It's not like I'm like, this could go kind of either way. I'm a little bit more than that, so I'm going to put him in that almost confident picks category, which is right in between that 60 to 70% confidence. Kind of like a 2-to-1 favorite would be an almost confident, because you're not confident and you're not really a slight lean on them. So 66% for Vitor Petrino. I mean, he's going against a legit guy who's making his comeback in the UFC. Should be a good one. Renat Fakhretdinov, he's going to be in the same category. You can never never be confident when you're going against Alizu Zaleski. That dude is an absolute killer. Knocked out guys like freaking Sean Strickland in the UFC's welterweight division. If you don't know, that dude's the champ right now. This dude knocked him out. Before that, knocked out Max Griffin and Lyman Good, beat Curtis Melender, Alexei Kuchenko, beat Benoit Saint-Denis by unanimous decision as well. This dude is legit in this UFC's welterweight division. He's only lost to Nicholas Dalby, Jingli Yangli, and Musim Salikov. These are all top 25 guys in the welterweight division. So no, I'm not going to have a not very, very high. I still feel good about him, but not as high as a Eduardo Mora, as a Vitor Petrino. Going to be right at 62%. He's going against a very legit opponent here, and probably his hardest fight to date against Alizu Zaleski. This is a really, really tough fight. For his, I believe, 4th fight inside the UFC. He had the Andreas Michalidis fight. Most recently, the Kevin Lee, the Brian Battle. I think this is number 4. And I think it's the hardest one because he's got really, really good takedown defense. Daniel Marcos, Victor Hugo. It is short notice for Victor Hugo stepping in. I do have Daniel Marcos winning. And you would think, if I have Daniel Marcos winning and the opponent's coming in on short notice, it's got to be a confident pick, right? Nope. Not at all. This is a legit guy coming in on short notice. It's going to be right in between that slight lean and almost confident pick at 59%. I believe that's going to be a close striking affair with some takedowns mixed in from Victor Hugo. 29-28, very, very close fights. I just ever so slightly lean Daniel Marcos, and he's a much better striker as well. So it should be a good one there at 135. Now this one, if you're watching on Friday, on Saturday, or whatever, I'm hearing rumors. I don't know if they're true. I don't know if they're 100%. I'm hearing rumors right now that either Elvis Brenner or Esteban Ribovics has pulled out of this fight in the lightweight division, and Kenan Krzyzewski, however you say that name, from the Contender Series, who I believe is like 15-1, very legit guy, is going to be stepping in on short notice. It's not official. I don't know 100% if that's true. But there's a possibility that I'm not going to be doing either of these two fighters because Kenan Krzyzewski, however you say that name, I can put it in the Tapology right here. Kenan Krzyzewski, 15-1 from Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm hearing rumors that he's getting a short notice fight to take on one of these two opponents. So I'm going to give you my confident picks for these two opponents, and I do have Esteban Ribovics winning this fight, but it's going to be very, very low, right in between Denise Gomez and Angela Hill. And if it is Kenan I really, really do not know how to say that last name. It's very, very hard for me. I do have both Elvis Brenner and Esteban Ribovics both winning a decision. And they're both sort of almost confident picks. But if he doesn't pull in, and if those rumors are false, well, then we still have the confident picks here for a 54% for Esteban Ribovics. For Ismael Bonfim, we're going to have him as my first confident pick of the card. He's going to be right below Eduardo Mora, right in between 70 and 80% at 75. Let's go a little bit more, 78%. For Ismael Bonfim. I believe he's a better striker by far than Vince Pichel. He's got solid takedown defense. He did get taken down by Benoit Saint-Denis, but I think he's improved it. I think he's going to defend here, keep it on the feet, mix in some takedowns of his own, some jiu-jitsu, whatever the case may be. I think he's better everywhere than Vince Pichel, 78%, but he's coming off a loss, so he's beatable, so you never know. Arman Petrosian is next. I'm going to have him. Weirdly enough, the odds have this one as a 50-50. I feel weirdly good about Arman Petrosian. Feel very, very weirdly good. Not confident good. Almost confident good at 61%. I'm feeling weirdly good about Arman defending those takedowns, keeping it on the feet, and outstriking Rodolfo to knocking him out, maybe winning a decision, whatever the case may be. I feel very good about Arman Petrosian for some reason. Caio Borralho taking on Abus Magomedov, who's only lost to Sean Strickland. Not going to be a super confident pick. Not going to be a confident pick, which we forgot to add on here. Is right in between Eduardo Mora and Ismael Bonfim. Confident picks. This is going to be an almost confident pick right in between. Actually, it's going to be above. Let's put him right above Vitor Petrino. Right here at 69%. I'm really not feeling super high on Caio Borralho here. Don't get me wrong. I think he goes out there and has a good showing, takes him down, submits him on the ground, wins a dominant decision. But I'm seeing a lot of film and a lot of training footage and stuff like that, training pictures. Who Abus is training with? He's training with a lot of Russians, a lot of good wrestlers, a lot of good grapplers. I think his takedown defense is gonna surprise us, and I think he's gonna make Caio Borralho work for the win here in terms of defending the takedowns and making a little bit more of a striking match. I still think Caio wins. I still feel fairly good about him, but I'm seeing a lot of the Instagram posts of Abus, and he's hanging around a lot of good wrestlers and grapplers, so it's a tough one for me in that middleweight division. Rodrigo Nascimento taking on Dante Almeida. Yeah, we're gonna have this one below Denise Gomez. It's gonna be a slight lean at 55%. You can never be too confident when it does come to the heavyweights. Gabriel Bonfim and Nicolas Dalby. This one is going to be a confident pick, but unlike the betting odds, which are like minus 600, stuff like that, this is only going to be a 72% confidence, so in the minus 200 range. That is kind of the equivalent of where I'm having this confidence at. And then last but not least, Jailton Almeida taking on Derek Lewis. I did tell you earlier, it's not going to be the most confident of the card, and it's going to have to be number 2 because I'm going to have Eduardo Moura at number 1 on this card. I'm going to have Jailton Almeida at 80% confidence. This is what I got for you guys. Most confident to least confident. We got Eduardo Moura making her UFC debut as the most confident of the card. She is a finisher. 100% of her wins coming inside the distance, except for one, which doesn't make sense because I just said 100%, but she does have one decision win over a girl that has never been finished. And I feel very good about Eduardo Moura winning that fight. Jailton Almeida number 2. Should you parlay him? I don't know. It's really risky going against Derek Lewis for sure. We got Ismael Bonfim and Gabriel Bonfim as confident picks. 78 and 72% are almost confident picks. Caio Borralho, Vitor Petrino, Rinat Fakhretdinov, and Armen Petrosian. Daniel Marcos, Denis Gomez, Rodrigo Nascimento, Esteban Ribovics, and Cauê Fernandes as our slight leans right there. If you want to take a look at what the current betting odds are in case you're wondering what the odds are today versus when you're looking at them, Jailton Almeida at minus 500 on some of the betting odds sites. The best you're going to get him is at minus 450. Gabriel Bonfim, a guy that I have in the minus 200s, according to my confidence, is at minus 590. Oh my freaking gosh. Rodrigo Nascimento makes sense, minus 171. Caio Borralho, right around where I'd put him. Armen Petrosian, I'm a little bit more confident than his odds have him, and he's actually the underdog on a few of these bookies as well, which is a little bit interesting. Ismael Bonfim, I did not have him in this confident. I had him around minus 320, 340. He's about minus 500 right there. I have the underdog, Esteban Ribovics. I got Daniel Marcos. He's at minus 240. I got Rinat, but I'm definitely not minus 350 confident on Rinat Fakhretdinov. I got Vitor Petrino, who's at minus 220. Denise Gomez is a very slight favorite, and I did have him. I have her as a very slight favorite. Eduardo Moura makes sense, minus 500, which is kind of right around where I'd have her on the percentage confidence as well. And then underdog, Cauê Fernandes. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you made it this far, I'm a smaller channel, just looking to grow here, getting back into the video making game. Been working a lot on the Instagram, building that up and stuff because it's a lot easier to maintain than coming on here making videos every day. But if you do like the work that I put out, the confident picks, the full card predictions, I just want to build a community. I want to build a community down in that comment section. I want it to go live and engage in some good MMA conversations and things like that. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.